Hello, John from Bang Olufsen in Manchester, and Bang Olufsen are spoiling us with all these new lovely products, the latest of which we're going to look at today, the Beosound Explore, the smallest of all the speakers. But until we crack on with that, if you would like to support me and my little channel, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/BeoJohn and you can buy me a coffee and support my little channel. And thank you to everybody that's donated so far. It's been a little bit overwhelming and I wasn't expecting such a response. So thank you if you've done that already. If not, carry on with life as normal and let's crack on with the video. So, Beosound Explore, the smallest, toughest and least expensive Bang & Olufsen speaker in the entire range. And it's this lovely, convenient, grabbable little cylindrical shape. So it's perfect for pockets in a rucksack, just popping in your bag. It's the perfect shape to fit in a cup holder in your car. You've got a nice little fabric strap which dries if it gets wet, and even in the box you get a lovely aluminium carabiner, so if you want to clip it to the outside of your rucksack you can do. So it makes it a very flexible, very functional little speaker for taking out and about on your outdoor travels. A lot of thought has gone into how this is going to be used outdoors, getting knocked about. So that's why they've made the aluminium much tougher. It's actually grade 2 anodized aluminium. This means it's been treated in a sulfuric acid bath, which builds up the aluminium oxide on the outside. That makes Beosound Explore 3 times more scratch resistant than its bigger brother, the Beosound A1. Inside the speaker, behind those aluminium ribs, is a vertical aluminium structure, making it very rigid. So it's been drop tested up to 1.5 meters, so you can drop it and it'll still remain functional. The bottom and the top of Beosound Explore is a lovely high quality polymer, so it doesn't slip around when it's on a surface, and the top are where all the control buttons live, and these are nice tactile clicky buttons so that you can even use them when you've got gloves on if you're out in the cold with it. And those buttons on top, you have a power on off button, a Bluetooth pairing / stereo pairing button, because you can pair 2 Beosound Explores together. Just to note, you can only pair 2 Explores together. You can't pair Explore with an A1, for example. It's only 2 Explores. You also have track up and down and a play pause button. And by double tapping the play pause button, you can skip track. And if you triple tap the play pause button, you can go back a track. With it being an outdoor speaker, it has an IP67 ingress rating, so it's dust resistant, and you could submerge it into 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes. So it's fine out and about in the rain or next to the swimming pool. For connectivity, you have Bluetooth 5.2 and multi-point connection for up to 2 devices. As I said before, you can also pair 2 Beosound Explores together. You can either press and hold the Bluetooth button on top for 5 seconds and then do the same on the secondary Explore, or you can use the Bang & Olufsen app. Also, within the Bang & Olufsen app, you can see your battery level. You have basic music controls. It will deal with new software updates as they come along. And you have the Beosonic sound tuning. So if you want to tweak the sound to your liking, you can move the Beosonic wheel around and change it. And like all recent battery-powered products, Bang & Olufsen's battery life figures have proved to be pretty spot on from tests I've seen. The quoted battery figures are 33 hours and 45 minutes at low volume. At moderate listening volume you can expect up to 27 hours, and this just goes to show how much strain a speaker goes under when you're running at full volume, because at full volume you can only expect 3 hours and 23 minutes. It just shows exponentially how much more power is needed to go at full volume. And when the battery is running low and reaches 10% capacity, the status LED on top will start blinking red to ask you to recharge it. There is an included USB-C cable for charging in the box, but it doesn't come with a power brick. But if you're using a 2 or 3 amp 5 volt power brick, you can recharge Explore within 2 hours. So the sound, well, inside Explore lives 2 1.8 inch full range drivers and 2 30 watt Class D digital amplifiers. Now, as a little portable outdoory, personal, or for small gatherings outside, I think it's absolutely bang on. It sounds, the best way I can put it is, it just sounds really, really pleasant. I've had it sat on my desk for a couple of days, just playing music while I'm working along, trying all sorts of my favourite stuff, and it just sounds really nice. There's loads of detail. It's got a lovely 360-degree spread, so it doesn't matter where you put it and where you're standing in relation to it. It's just got this really lovely, pleasant sort of bubble of sound around it. Now, if you're expecting a party, this isn't the speaker. There's only so much air a 1.8-inch drive unit can shift. That's why if you want something that will kick you in the chest and fill an auditorium, it has to be the size of a Beolab 90. And you can see that Beosound Explore is a teeny tiny little speaker. That being said, I was actually quite impressed by the bass response of Explore. It's just got a really lovely, pleasant sort of sound to it. It doesn't lose too much control when you push the volume up really high, and I know I'll get asked how it compares to its closest partner in the range, the Beosound A1. Now, it's got a nicer 360 spread than the A1, and it is tougher and a bit more functional, and it's going to get less banged up than an A1 if you're taking it out and about on your adventures. But I will say that A1 does have a nicer bass response. It just reaches that little bit deeper. It'll play with a bit more impact, so I prefer the sound of the A1. So if I'm using it just in the garden, I would spend the extra £30 from the Explore and go for A1. But if you want a rough and ready, grabbable, ready to go at any time, super battery life, kick it around, knock it over, put it in the sand, then Explore, I think, fills its job absolutely perfectly, and I really quite like it. Now, I don't normally like doing sound tests, but sound comparisons are not too bad. If you want to see sound tests, I'm sure there'll be lots of other videos. But I'll do a little test between the Explore and the Beosound A1, so you can hear, sort of get the idea of the difference between the two little speakers. So there we go, that wraps up Beosound Explore. I hope you enjoyed the video. One thing I wish it kind of did have, but I suppose you can't have everything, I think it's the perfect size to fit on top of the Qi wireless charger. Whether that be on the Beolit 20 or the Bang Olufsen Qi wireless charger, or indeed any other Qi wireless charger, it's the perfect sort of size to sit on top, so that would have been a really nice little feature to be able to pop it on a wireless charger. But it does not have wireless charging, it is USB-C only. But that's just a tiny little niggle, just a little observation. Never happy.
Never happy.
So that's it, you will see me in the next video. Take care. Right, it's the end of the video, and if you're still watching, what are you still doing here? But I know one person that probably is still watching, and that's you, Nils Toff Sorensen at Bang Olufsen Technical Support. Now, Nils has been there, I think, probably forever, since 1925, I imagine. I don't actually know what he looks like, but he is a Danish technical demigod, and he's given me a lot of help over the years and recently. And I said I'd give him a shout out, so here it is. Here's a photo. I don't know what he looks like, but I imagine this is a statue of him at Bang Olufsen HQ in Struer in Denmark. Thor, yeah.
Yeah, a bit Thorish, isn't he?
So thank you. Love you, Nels.